What's good, y'all, man? It's Leo back with another video. Today we have a different kind of video. Um, Today we are going to be responding to a guy's comment, you know what I'm saying? Because on my last video I got like a pretty long comment from somebody. And rather than just like responding in a text because it was quite a lot, I figured like, why not kind of, you know what I'm saying, like react to the comment, read it. I just briefly read it, just like briefly, but not entirely. But yeah, we're just gonna read this, him give some advice. And if you wanna be, what I'm saying, like featured in the video too, or like you have any questions, what I'm saying, that are kind of longer, you can just leave them in the comments. That would actually be great because that means more content for me, what I'm saying. But anyways, let's get it though. So this guy said, "Hey Leo, I turned 29 about a week ago and have never been in a relationship. Never made it past a first date with any girl or woman I have been on a date with. At this point, I'm tired of making the first move. If a girl is really attracted to me, she'll make it known by being direct and approaching me first." No, bro, that's not gonna happen. Unless you're really, really attractive. Rather than talking to other guys who are within my peripheral vision, just to stir up feelings of jealousy within me and glancing over at me every 10 seconds to see if she can get a reaction out of me. Regarding your opinion that women are only attracted to tall, handsome men, I did not say it like that. It's a general rule, but that doesn't mean that it's only that, attractiveness is subjective. It's not entirely 100% true. That's how it starts initially. Superficial attraction, correct. What I've observed with girls, women, to be attracted to is men who properly groom themselves, pluck out extra eyebrow hairs, and trim your nostril hairs. That doesn't matter, I promise you, bro. I mean, it's good to do, but they won't be like, oh my god, like he plucks his nostrils, you know what I'm saying? Properly maintain a clean appearance involving the hair, facial hair, and clothes. Men who exude an aura of high self-confidence, high self-esteem, a true sense of self and gentleness, and lastly, a fit, athletic build. I mean, you still gotta be 5'2", 5'3", and above to be somewhat attractive. Because height does play an overarching factor into being attractive to women. True. My personal attributes: straight hair that appears as decaf coffee brown under light. That is really autistic detail, bro. Under light, when looked closely, appears black in daylight. Sport a slick back hairstyle with the sides and back shaven when I get it cut. Okay, so an undercut basically. I am 5'3.5" in height, weigh approximately 165 pounds. It's pretty good weight for that height, man. And have a fit, athletic build. Okay, that's good, but not to the point of having a super low body fat percentage, but just enough to be lean and muscular with some bulk. Okay, so an athletic physique basically. I either constantly get glances of attraction from girls, women in public when I am walking alone on the sidewalk, am eating alone at a restaurant, am working my grocery store jobs physically intensive, so I walk around the store a lot, or they look away when they see me approaching them when I'm walking towards them on the street because I'm supposedly intimidatingly attractive. I don't know about that, bro. I would say my overall demeanor is intimidating that commands respect, but I'm really a kind and caring person. Okay. So you have like a mean look, basically, right? So you look at people like this. Don't worry, bro. I have the same shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I have a resting bitch face, you know? People will think I'm like meanest and like mad as shit when I'm just chilling, you know? But yeah, that's just how some people have like a naturally like mean look, you know? I would say my overall demeanor is intimidating, that commands respect, but I'm really a kind and caring person. I'm not afraid to cry in public. Don't do that. Please don't do that. And know how to perform proper self-care. Okay? When girls, women see that, they won't think you're weak Well, some will because they'll get the impression that sadness is accompanied by rage. It's not necessarily accompanied by rage, but it's just like a better idea in general not to cry in public, you know? Just because like you'll just look like a fool, you know? Just hold that shit in, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't cry, but always just cry by yourself or with your homies, you know what I'm saying? People don't gotta see that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll think you're sweet and they'll rob you or some shit like that, you know? Don't cry in public, man. It's stupid. They'll acknowledge you're capable of showing vulnerability, despite it potentially having a negative effect on people's perspective of you. It's not easy to attract girls, women, but it's not difficult either. If you know what you're doing, play your cards right. So but then you're not playing your cards right, bro, right? Because from what I've seen here, you're not made it past a first date, you know what I'm saying, with a girl or a woman. So you're probably a virgin, you know what I'm saying? Um, the most important thing to keep in mind is just be yourself. Yes, that's true to some extent. Being performative is how you behave in public settings, and how you behave in public settings, fake, and it'll eventually become a mask you do every time you interact with anyone. Let me know what you think about what I've typed here, Brian. Okay, bro. Um, First of all, you seem to be pretty self-aware, you know what I'm saying, which is a good thing. Like, you seem to really know yourself well, how you come across to people. You know what I'm saying? You say here that, you know what I'm saying, you're like 5'2", 5'3", which is obviously, that's a disadvantage, you know, let's not lie to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? But you have like an athletic build, you know, as you mentioned, and you seem to get looks, you know what I'm saying? So you're probably an attractive guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how your face looks, but you're probably somewhat attractive if you get looks from women, you know what I'm saying? The thing with the glances and when you walk towards them and then they look away when they see you approaching, it's probably because you have a mean ass look. You know what I'm saying? Like if you plan on approaching a girl, you can't like, you have to kind of force yourself to like smile, you know, because bro, especially nowadays, some dudes are creepy out here. You know what I'm saying? Like women don't know who they're interacting with, you know, most of the time. So you gotta come across as very like friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like just smile, you know, just like you like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Don't have that fucking, you know what I'm saying, that like fucking aggressive ass look, basically. Um, yeah, again, bro, honestly, like, I don't know, like, what you really want me to think about this here. I don't know what your question is. I'm assuming you want advice with um, how to make it past the first date and, you know, how to, like, approach women and shit. And yeah, I mean, honestly, you probably, you know the answer, bro. Like, it's just trial and error, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing the mean face, first of all. You know, you can't, obviously, you don't have to cheese like 24 fucking 7, okay? Um, you don't gotta do that either. But if you're approaching somebody, just in general, like, bro, people will like be less likely to talk to you if you seem friendly, bro. Like nobody wants to talk to a rude ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And that's something I gotta work on too. You know, I have a naturally like serious face, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm talking to somebody, I gotta like kind of force myself to like, you know, kind of smile. It's awkward for me to do, but it's something you just gotta practice. Um, yeah, but yeah, that's an interesting message you sent here. But yeah, man, I would say, you know, um, how old are you again? You're 29. Um, 29 and a virgin. That is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, if you are one, you know. But then again, you know what I'm saying? Like it's dude out here in their late 30s still a virgin. So, you know, don't, you know, beat yourself up about that. But yeah, bro, if you just fucking, you know, get your life together, you know, you focus on like I find that women always come like they don't come when you try too hard. You know, that desperate energy, they don't fuck with that shit. The times in my life where I always get the most women is when I'm like on a holiday with some homies, or I'm just really focused on the hobby, on my work, on the gym, whatever. That's always when I notice like, oh, I get the most attraction. You know, because energy is a real thing, you know, and you don't want to be that like needy ass motherfucker, you know, nobody fucks with that guy. But yeah, all in all, stop overthinking, you know what I'm saying? Be yourself, but also be masculine, obviously. Don't, please, for fuck's sake, don't cry in public, bro. I don't know who told you that that's like showing vulnerability. That's fucking bullshit. Don't do that shit. Um, yeah, and honestly, it's just like a numbers game. Like, you know, you have a disadvantage. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're 5'3.5". That is a disadvantage. But hey, man, you know, you max, like, you seem to be maxed out, but you weigh 165. You have a decent athletic build. You get like some glances, you know. So you're not. It's not over for you, you know. So you just gotta do what you can, you know. Approach women, you know. Be like, you know, be a friendly guy. Don't be a weirdo. And if she fuck with you, she does. If not, she doesn't, bro. As you said, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, I didn't script this video. I just kind of, you know, read the comment out loud and gave some advice. Let me know if that helped, or you know what I'm saying. Brian, if you're watching this video, you feel me? This is for you, bro. And I also did this because I think there's a lot of guys who like struggle with the same shit. So yeah, I hope that helped, guys. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share a video with a friend of mine needed. Leave your opinion down below. Comment something you want me to you know, give advice on, or like review, you know, for the next video. We might make this into a series. Who knows, man? You know, so hair looking clap, just got out the shower too. Bye, bro. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.